Hello, my name is Erika and I'm from grade PIV5. Did you know that people that are poor have to sleep near a train track? They have to sleep near a train track because they have no home to stay. The reason they can't live in a house is because they can't afford it without money. What would you feel if you had to sleep near a train track because you can't afford money to buy it? What can you do to help them afford a house? I think we can buy them a house for them and let them live in it, or we can let them stay in our house for a few weeks and see how they living in a house instead of near a train track. In this presentation, I will talk about my research, action, and reflection on a global issue important to me. Up first is an introduction to my topic. For my research, everyone in our class explored transdisciplinary theme of sharing planet. This is the SDG 1. It's number no poverty. There are my line of inquiries. I want to know and learn more about what does poverty look like in different countries, how poverty affects children versus adults, and what are responsible ways to help treat children. My first line of inquiry is, how does poverty affect children versus adults? The key concept was conservation. What are the differences between Syria, Australia, and South Asia? In Syria, the civil war began in 2011. Syria families have suffered largely, losing families, members, their homes, their means of support, and their feeling of cover. In Australia, it is largely a hidden bed in silence. Each year, 2 million people rely on food relief. Around half of them are children. That's 1 in every 10 Australia I need. In South Asia, people live in overcrowded conditions with limited access to clean water, food, and health care. Women and children are often the victims of domestic violence and child marriage. Poverty is always widespread in rural areas due to limited job opportunities. 640 million of child marriage are less than 18-year-old in the world. 45% of child marriage is in South Asia. The country's drinking water coverage rate is very low at 37%. In 2011, 2.5 million people did not have access to basic water. Hygiene and sanitation wash an 8% increase compared to 2020. Even in Jakarta, the water supply system is 60%. The pandemic is likely to result in long-term scarring of human capital development. Over half of households estimate that their child learned from remote learning less than half that what they would have learned from face-to-face schooling. The proportion increased to 68% in poor households. Extends distance learning is expected to have reduced the learning adjustments the years of schooling by over a full year. Learning loss combined with the discal associated with prolonged unemployment could lead to sizable future earning losses. Line inquiry 2. My key concept was form. 153 million kids are orphans. Orphans do not have parents. 1/3 of the population of the children, a half of the case is extreme poverty, are children. 1.6 million people live without equal shelter. Children aren't able to go to school and not learn anything. No learning equals no college, equals no job, and adults aren't able to buy expensive stuff, like bags and other things like normal people do. Without those stuff, it makes them homeless and cause them any of the things that the normal kids do have. Some of them don't have space to live because there are too many people in one house. There are no roof, no windows, and dirty floors. It's not healthy to live in a house like that. I mean, if there's storms lightning, your house will get destroyed because there's no roof and it's unstable. There's only a little water, electricity, and a toilet. If you don't have any of them, you won't be able to take a shower. As you can see, some of the children have to wake up at 3:30 a.m. to get water line up because the water will get closed by 6 a.m. Some of the children will also have to work from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. to get money and be able to make food. They skip school because they have to help their parents get water and do jobs for them. If they can't go to school, they won't be able to go to college, and if there is no college, no important job, and no money. Personal security, quiet privacy, especially for sleeping, safekeeping on bed, and clothing and permissions, which may have to be carried all the time, hygiene and shaving, facilities, cleaning and drying clothes. Lack of education opportunities. Children from poor families may have limited access, no educational programs, or are more likely to drop out of due to financial difficulties, psychological effects. Children from low income households may experience anxiety, depression, and other mental health problems due to their living conditions. Land of quiet tree. This relates to the key concept of responsibilities. SOS Children's Village leads the world's largest family care movement. They build families for orphaned, abandoned, and other naked children throughout the world. When children cannot stay with their families or have no family, they give them a safe home together with their siblings. Some organizations encourage human to fix people homes because it will protect the children living in them. Giving them house in the United States, there are people who try helping and giving homes to others. ADB assists its members and partners by providing loans, technical assistance, grants, and equality investments to promote socio-economic development. In Australia, they have the food bank. A food bank is a place where you get free food. They provide 32 million meals. Please volunteer your time and skills to organizations that work with street children. You can help to teach them basic skills, play with them, or mentor them. Donate money or essential items such as clothes, food, shelter, and healthcare to organizations that works with street children. The World Bank lent money through International Bank for Resolution and Development, Philippine BRD. They give 5.44 billion. The biggest percentage of IBRD money is 21% out. Nutrition and population, 20% to agriculture and food, 16% social sustainability and inclusion, 30% defense, competitiveness and innovation, 30% social protection and jobs, 11% to macroeconomics, trade and investments, 11% water, 4% water, 2 transportations. Taking action. I wanted to inspire change in our world. Dear Angel's families, for my PYPx action, I need you to fill in my form to donate to the Food Bank of Indonesia. I need your answers by Wednesday, May 24th. Thank you for your donations. This will really help poor people in Indonesia. And I think we can give them pens and notes and books because Miss Malala said education is the only solution. Education first. She was born 1917. It's a Pakistan woman. She was awarded the 2014 Nobel Peace Prize, so I also agreed on her consideration. But if only a few people give them some books, pencil is not enough for many still children to have any opportunity for education. So we all cooperate and gather materials related to education. If you can afford to give them school, we build it, and for them, and they can obtain the opportunity for education. If I had 4 weeks, my action could have even be bigger difference if I could have listened to the teacher and concentrate more on it instead of chatting and being off fast. My research sources. I will open on it later. Thank you.